This underground revolution in craftsmanship and design over the past 30 years or so in Britain is a story that needs telling, and that story is getting even better today. My passion for design and craftsmanship has survived 5 decades, and it is a great privilege for me to be able to speak, hopefully with some authority, about the very best work going on in the British Isles today. The work of today expresses a harmonious balance between hand skill and mechanisation. And the biggest chestnut of my career was, they don't make it like they used to.
This is always being about perception. I mean, the work of modern craftsmen, whether it's in silversmithing, ceramics, furniture, is actually at a height now which is far advanced. I mean, in the other century, there's no doubt about that. And we have people who can reproduce anything equally as well as the 18th century. But actually, a lot of modern furniture makers actually produce work which is superior.
I have to confess this was the last piece of furniture I made, 1976. Since then I've worked entirely with a team of craftsmen. One of the things I find exciting about furniture making is the exploring the language, trying to extend the boundaries of what furniture can convey. So not only is it about function, it's about structure, and it's about expression. Now, however technically good we are, technique very rarely contributes to the expression.
Clearly, the design philosophy that has had the most impact on our lives is the German Bauhaus, with its slogan, "Form follows function." It's interesting that the seeds of this monumental movement were sown 50 years earlier in the English arts and crafts movement, led by William Morris. So I'm going to pick up the threads of the late Victorian period with what was seemingly a minor elitist revolt. The English arts and crafts was a reaction against the vulgarity of early industrialization, where workers were being robbed of their pride. Well, my first craft documentary film back in 1986 was about the work of Alan Peters, who had a one-man show at the Holborn Museum in Bath, celebrating 10 years' work since a trip to Japan. Here is a craftsman whose work is clearly rooted in tradition and practicality, being a descendant of the arts and crafts movement, and a craftsman who has earned the worldwide respect of countless students and practitioners as someone who knows his material. I met up with him in 2005 to make a film aptly titled The Maker's Maker. So there's always a kind of delicate relationship between hand tool and machine tool. Really, you're kind of thinking on your feet all the time, do you think, or do you?
I work it out, but a lot of it is worked out on sitting on the train on the way back from going to London or something of that nature, you know.
Is that when you designed that fan table, or?
Well, a lot of it, yes. I mean, it's
really is one of my favourite pieces, I have to say, Alan. I mean, I just
it's been one of the most successful one, and the one that really, you know, I like to think it's mine. It's been copied quite rather a lot.
Yes.
But
in a way, the movements have always been a reaction against. The reaction today is possibly a reaction against mass culture and technology, although personally I like to embrace technology. I've also likened the period a little bit to Art Nouveau, and I picked out a piece here that could quite easily be, I don't know whether you agree with me, but this piece could be a 21st century piece. And that also brings up another point, that there's wonderful diversity today